Hello, I'm Assistant Town Manager Andy Clyburn, filling in for Town Manager Ells, giving the Town Manager update for the period of 5 March through March 18th, 2025. We continue with the preparation of the capital and operating budgets for fiscal year 2026, following the updated budget action calendar. Submittal of the recommended fiscal year 2026 capital budget to Town Council is planned for the first reading on April 3rd, 2025. Followed by hearings planned for the April 17th and May 1st Town Council meetings. The fiscal year 2026 capital improvement plan is available on the town's website at the link provided below. Printed copies will be available shortly. A town manager fiscal year 2026 proposed fee hearing was held today, March 18th at 11 a.m. Those wishing to provide public comment may do so through April 17th, 2025. All comments will be taken under advisement, and calendar year rates will be approved as proposed, approved for an amount less than the proposed rate, or not approved and remain at the current rate. The fiscal year fees take effect July 1st, 2025. For information on our fiscal year budgets, please visit the town's open budget website at budget.townofbarnstable.us. The Executive Office of Energy and Environmental Affairs, EEA, has reopened the public comment period for their draft regulations 301 CMR 52, which would implement the Public Lands Preservation Act, otherwise known as the Open Space Act. EEA previously held public hearings on December 17th, 2024 and January 16th, 2025. EEA has scheduled a third virtual public hearing for Wednesday, March 26th at 4 p.m. and extended the comment period will close at 5 p.m. that same day. Our legal department has registered to attend the virtual public hearing on March 26th. More information can be found here on an EEA webpage. Please note that the February 28, 25 draft Open Space Act regulations posted on the EEA webpage is the same version that was posted for an earlier public hearings. EEA has indicated on the above referenced webpage a link to notice to reviewers. In this notice, among other things, EEA asked to hear from the public on two specific topics. One, where and how EEA proposes that public entities notify the public of a proposed Article 97 action. And two, EEA's online tool for identifying natural resource values under Section 52.08 of the draft regulation, and other information that could assist EEA in evaluating and determining natural resource values. The town's January 22nd, 2025 comment letter covered the first topic in detail, and legal does not plan to offer any comments on the second topic. On Wednesday, March 5th, the Barnstable Youth Commission hosted their 9th annual job fair at the Hyannis Youth and Community Center. This year, 38 prospective businesses and an estimated 286 students attended the event. The job fair was a great success, with 17 different schools represented from across the Cape. The largest student participation came from Barnstable High School, with over 160 students attending. The youth commissioners did a wonderful job planning and organizing the event and assisting job seekers during the job fair. On Wednesday, March 12th, the Barnstable Youth Commission hosted their 11th annual Youth Summit for 330 Barnstable Intermediate School students. The event featured speakers Kevin Rosario of Addiction Consulting and Educational Services and Robert Hackinson of Dynamic Influence. The speakers advised students about making good choices as they enter high school and educated them about the effects and impacts of drug and alcohol. The summit also featured Barnstable High School National Honor Roll students who discussed what to expect as they transition to high school, including academics, athletics, schedules, and homework expectations. A vendor fair took place at the Cape Cod Community College for students. 12 local non-for-profit entities participated in the event, discussing and providing information about their programs and forms of assistance that are available. Town Manager Ells met with the MIT Renewable Energy Facility Siting Clinic team last week for an update on their efforts. The graduate students from the MIT Renewable Energy Facility Siting Clinic, which is a public service center at MIT's Department of Urban Studies and Planning, led by Professor Larry Susskind and Dr. Juwoo Chung are conducting research on the onshore impacts of the New England Wind 2 project in Barnstable to understand the full spectrum of community perspectives. The team will be conducting office hours via Zoom every Friday from 2 to 3 p.m. beginning on March 21st. They will be recording an informational video with Barnstable Government Access Television, providing more information. That is all I have to pass today. I will be followed by Kelly Colby, Department of Public Works Communication Manager, who will give an update on the water resources, including comprehensive wastewater management plan, and Jim Kupfer, Planning and Development Director, who will provide an update on the local comprehensive plan and housing production plan. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Kelly Colby from the Department of Public Works, and I will be sharing our latest water resources management update. We'll begin with a look at the connection status for our available sewer, specifically our most recently completed sewer expansion projects as part of our comprehensive wastewater management plan, Strawberry Hill Road and the Route 28 East project. Since we've last reported, we've seen a lot of movement, especially as this weather is warming up out there. Strawberry Hill Road, we currently have 81 completed private connections on residential and commercial property. That brings us to just over 50% of the properties that were identified in our first wave of sewer connections now completed and connected to the newly expanded municipal system. We also have 33 active permits in place for the Strawberry Hill Road sewer expansion project. So that's 33 individual properties that have moved forward by securing a licensed sewer installer and are going through the permitting process to schedule their private sewer connection. Additionally, we now have 10 active permits for the Route 28 East project, so things are certainly trending in the right direction. Next, we'll look at our active sewer expansion projects, the first being the Centerville Village North Phase. We are now officially under construction. We began excavation on Monday, March 3rd, and that excavation is currently happening on Chute Flying Hill Road. This does require Chute Flying Hill Road to be closed during construction hours, and we did provide advanced outreach to the folks identified to receive sewer as part of this property, as well as auxiliary neighborhoods that feed off of Chute Flying Hill Road. Of course, we've got our signage up there, and we're utilizing all of the town's social media and app channels to continue to push out updates as necessary. We do foresee that road closure being in place for the duration of the construction season, which is anticipated to wrap up just ahead of Memorial Day weekend. We do expect a second crew to be entering the roadway as part of this project. This is specifically in the area of Mothers Park to facilitate the Mothers Park pump station, as well as the planned realignment along Finney's Lane, North Main Street and Main Street, and the discontinuation of Mothers Park Road. That crew has been delayed just due to their own availability, but we expect that work will begin to ramp up in early April, and we'll provide advanced notification through all of our town channels as necessary. Next, we have the Centerville Village South Phase. As previously reported, we continue to work on the design for the South Phase, which will sewer the remaining portion of Old Stage Road from Old Post Road to Main Street, the bulk of Main Street Centerville, and a portion of Craigville Beach Road. As we continue to work through the sewer design plans for this project, we do anticipate our next step will be to host a public information meeting to review the current status of design, and we're targeting probably late spring, early summer for that meeting. In the interim, we continue regular briefings with the Centerville Civic Association and, of course, with property owners as needed. Additionally, we have the Route 28 West Sewer Expansion Project. Since our last report, we've moved from 90% to now the 100% sewer design plans for this project, and we are still on track for anticipated construction to begin in the fall of 2025. I do want to remind you that this project was ranked number 3 on the 2024 State Revolving Fund Clean Water Intended Use Plan, the IUP, and as such, the state has fully committed to providing funding for this project for subsequent years. So we are moving forward and have continued our public outreach for this project, most notably our public information meeting, which was held last month. You'll find a recording through Barnstable Government Access, as well as a posting on Barnstable Water Resources. And as we work through that final design and ultimately bid the project, we will likely target our next public information meeting sometime late summer once we have the construction bid awarded and a contractor in place. Additional sewer expansion projects in design, there are many. Most notably, our updates would include the Finney's Lane Neighborhoods Project and the Long Beach Area Project. Per our last report, we are now moving forward with some additional fieldwork for both of those projects to allow us to finalize design. Soil borings are in progress for Finney's Lane, for areas along Finney's Lane, some of those neighborhoods, and we expect that those borings will be completed by mid to late April. We did send out notification to all property owners as well as our traditional media relations and media releases through our town channels. That same soil boring crew will then move to the Long Beach Area Project route and will complete soil borings through the month of May. Additionally, we have the Long Pond Area Project, Great Marsh and Chute Flying Hill Road neighborhoods, Old Yarmouth Road, and the Old Craigville Road projects, all in some form of preliminary survey or design with our anticipated construction dates listed. Now we're going to take a look at the 268 Stevens Street pump station. So previously we had reported on the notice of project change, which included this pump station. That notice of project change did propose adding 57 parcels within downtown Hyannis that are adjacent to the existing collection system. This project also, or I should say this notice of project change also included the pump station that we're talking about now, here located at 268 Stevens Street. This pump station is necessary for the proposed Housing Assistance Corporation housing project identified for this property, or for this address, I should say. And I also want to note that in 2023, the Barnstable Planning and Development did apply for and received a state grant to fund the installation of this pump station. So that was all part of our previous update, and now I'm here to let you know that we've officially gone through the bidding process and we have awarded the construction contract to CC Construction. We do anticipate construction of the pump station to begin in April or May, so this spring, with an anticipated completion of the fall of 2027. So we are currently prepping our outreach and public notification materials, and we'll keep our community up to date with a construction schedule as that firms up. We'll also shift over and take a look at the 720 Main Street Pump Station Replacement Project. Very exciting to report that this project is at 80% completion. The project does remain on budget and on schedule, with closeout anticipated this coming fall. So in terms of current construction, all of our in-road sewer construction is now complete. Very exciting. That means we are done excavating within the roadway, and we're actually moving towards the testing process right now, testing our force mains in particular. Work is now really contained on site at 725 Main Street, including utility connections and the SCADA programming for the pump station. We do anticipate that the contractor will file for substantial completion by this summer, which will allow us to move into our project closeout, which includes paving and restoration anticipated this fall. We will then follow that up with the decommissioning of the pre-existing pump station located right across the street at 720 Main Street. So great progress being made here, and we are really in the home stretch. Next, we'll take a look at projects specific to our water pollution control facility. Since our last report, we have moved from the 90% design plans to the now 100% design plan for the nitrogen removal and headworks improvement project. And again, as a reminder, this was the #1 ranked project in the 2024 SRF intended use plan. Our SRF loan application has been submitted for this project, and like Route 28 West, the state has fully committed to funding this project through subsequent years. We do anticipate construction will begin in the fall of 2025, so this coming fall, and be completed likely in the spring of 2028. In terms of effluent disposal, no significant updates. We continue our analysis with our consultant, CDM Smith, as well as our reoccurring meetings with Mass DEP. We do have a significant update with the Bierce's Way extension and vacuum sewer removal project. We are nearly complete with our gravity sewer installation. We have just about 260 feet left to install. That work does require the continued closure of Bierce's Way from Pitcher's Way to Enterprise Road, which has been in progress for a few weeks now. And then we will move forward with a horizontal directional drilling operation, which is anticipated for the intersection of Bierce's Way and Enterprise Road. You may remember that we did have a horizontal directional drilling HDD operation as part of the Strawberry Hill Road project, specifically for the intersection of Strawberry Hill Road and Route 28. That really allows us to install what would be very impactful sewer construction with a much smaller footprint in that busy intersection. So we are currently looking at the schedule. It looks like that HDD operation may occur as early as the end of this month, potentially early April, and we are prepping our notifications and public outreach materials as needed, and we'll keep the community updated on that schedule. Lastly, no major updates in terms of the Straightway and Hyannis Port Water Treatment Facilities improvements project. We have submitted our SRF loan application for this project, and we are continuing to work with our consultant on final design and permit approvals. You can find all of the project information on the Town of Barnstable website, specifically on the Department of Public Works page. If you navigate over to water supply, we have a project page dedicated to all of the latest and greatest on this project, including current designs. Lastly, in terms of water quality initiatives, we are making progress with our stormwater improvements projects, specifically in Katuitt for Clamshell Cove and Old Shore Road. Currently, we anticipate construction to be completed sometime through September, from September through mid-October of this coming fall season. As a reminder, that is a project to help fund drainage improvements that will reduce stormwater inputs, and it's specifically in partnership with the Natural Resources Conservation Service, NRCS. Additionally, we are anticipating sampling to commence next month in April for the Spring 2025 Cape Cod Pond and Lake Stewardship Water Quality Monitoring Program. This is our PALS program. This annual water quality monitoring provides essentially a snapshot of the health of the Cape's ponds and lakes. And it's a collaborative effort that involves not just our town staff, but also Barnstable Clean Water Coalition, as well as citizen volunteers. And then additionally, we have our annual call for water quality monitoring volunteers for our estuary embayment monitoring program. We're looking for estuary samplers for Barnstable Harbor, Lewis Bay, Centerville River, Halls Creek, and the Three Bays watersheds. We anticipate beginning that program later this spring. And if you are interested, or you know any constituents who are interested in volunteering, you can email Brooke Withers. Her email is provided on the slide here. That concludes our water resources update. Thank you.
Hello, this is Jim Kupfer, Director of Planning and Development, here to provide 2 updates on our planning processes. Today we'll be talking about the Local Comprehensive Plan and the Housing Production Plan. First, we'll start with the Local Comprehensive Plan. The Town of Barnstable is currently working to update the town's Local Comprehensive Plan, which, as you know, is a long-term vision and growth policy that will guide Barnstable's future over the next 10 years. A full draft of the Local Comprehensive Plan will now be posted for review and comment by the end of this month. The draft plan will be available on the project's website, barnstablelcp.com, via the document library page. Again, that's barnstablelcp.com. Hard copies of the draft plan will also be available at each of the town's libraries. The public comment period will be open through Sunday, May 11th, 2025. Comments can be submitted online via the project website or dropped off here at Town Hall in the Planning and Development Office, or mailed to Planning and Development, 367 Main Street, Hyannis, 02601. Comments will be collected and distributed to the Local Comprehensive Planning Committee for review and consideration for final draft. Town staff, during this period, town staff, together with members of the Local Comprehensive Planning Committee, invite the public to attend one of the upcoming community meetings. Each meeting will include an overview of the draft Local Comprehensive Plan, followed by an open house, where the public will have ample opportunity to provide comments and feedback on the draft plan. Light refreshments will be provided. To date, we have a number of events scheduled or meetings scheduled. First, April 15th at 6 p.m. at the West Barnstable Community Center. April 30th at 6 p.m. at Liberty Hall. May 5th at 6 p.m. at the Osterville Library. The Osterville Library is also providing a virtual participation option for this meeting. And then lastly, we'll have a final town-wide community meeting, which will be held at the Barnstable High School Performing Arts Center. Live Portuguese and Spanish interpretation will be available. Additionally, in partnership with Barnstable Rec, child care services will also be provided for children ages kindergarten through 5th grade, including pizza, arts and crafts activities. That's where you'll find me. And you can reach out to Kate Maldonado at caitlin.maldonado@town.barnstable.ma.us to register for childcare. That meeting will be on Thursday, May 8th at 6 p.m. again at the Barnstable High School Performing Arts Center, 744 West Main Street in Hyannis. Please do not hesitate to reach out to Planning and Development with any questions. Second, we'll discuss the housing production plan. The town of Barnstable is in the process of also updating its housing production plan. A housing production plan establishes a strategic plan for production of affordable housing in a community that is based on a comprehensive needs assessment. So this is strategic to affordable housing and the needs of our community. A draft housing production plan has been published and can be accessed from the town's website via Planning and Development Department under our current projects page on the right-hand side. The town will also be hosting 2 upcoming public meetings to solicit feedback on this plan. The 2 sites will be first at Barnstable Town Hall on April 7th at 6 p.m. right in the hearing room. And second will be on April 10th at 6 p.m. at the Fire District building. Public feedback is also encouraged by submitting comments through the town's housing production plan webpage, again on the Planning and Development Department's website under current projects, or by emailing myself, Jim Kupfer, at james.kupfer@town.barnstable.ma.us before May 1st, 2025. Obviously, you're welcome to drop in and provide comment or mail comments here to Town Hall and the Planning Department as well. Thank you.